chance to write a poem when I was 10 years old. It was called I Am. And the basis of the poem is just pretty much writing my life out, almost to a T of how I'm living now. It's just talking about I am an NFL running back. And in that poem I described that I could hear the crowd, I could hear the cheers. I talk about how I desire to be number one, not only as a running back, but on a championship team. And also I had thought enough to know that there would be players before or after me that would be better than me. But through it all, it never stopped the drive and the determination that I have. And no one could take that away from you. Growing up in Las Vegas is quite different than a lot of people have a chance to grow up. I think the biggest thing is a lot of people misconceive that growing up, we're on the strip, we live in a hotel, and all we do is gamble, but that's really furthest from the truth. We have schools, we have churches, we have libraries and museums, so our life outside of the Las Vegas Strip is pretty normal. At the same time, it's a little different because we do have that world famous strip that's only a few blocks away that provides entertainment to the world that's second to none. Temptation is out there no matter what city you grew up in, but in Las Vegas, as you can imagine, there was quite more. The way I decided to stay away from that was to just have a game plan. I always focus on, where do I want to be long term and short term. I just always kept that in the forefront of my mind and not succumb to living in the moment, so to speak. Hard work and having a strong religious background was, pretty much the cornerstone of our family. Those two things taught me that you should always have faith in things, and those things that you have faith in, you can't see. So you just gotta trust. It has to be a feeling, and you have to really understand and know yourself to be able to believe in something you can't see. And secondly, as far as hard work, that comes from my father. He always made sure that we understood that you got to be up at a certain time, you made your bed at a certain time, and education and school came before anything else. We all go through things. You may go through an injury, you may have a setback, you may have a hard time picking up on the scheme, but it doesn't just stop the determination, the driving factor that's in your heart. And if you really believe that poem I Am wrote, it shows that anything is possible. The poem resonates in a way where I can go back to it and see how far I've come and how close to living a life that I desired almost 20 years ago. But it also does another thing for me too. It helps me talk to these young people and say that if you find something you love and you deep down believe in inside, regardless of what the outside people tell you, no matter what the temptation that you may come across, that you could deny those things and have the discipline and sacrifice that dreams do come true.